Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff here from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
This is why this Clemson offense is so tough to defend. You get caught up in the running game and the threat of the quarterback as a potential run threat. You leave yourself one-on-one, and then you can make these throws downfield to dynamic playmakers on the perimeter.
They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
A completion sets up a second down play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Your defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield worried about that quarterback. He's going to run it or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield and making big plays. And now, oh, by the way, you got a program that has great history at the running back spot. Guys like, think about it, Travis Etienne and C.J. Spiller, the backs they have here now on this roster. Boy, just so many different combinations and ways to attack here.
Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
And just like that, this defense takes advantage of a bad decision by the quarterback, steps in front of it for the interception. Now they've got great field position here early in this game.
They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense. As the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Grab behind the line. It's Randall powering through. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
Off play action. He's looking to throw. Looking to scramble. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs. The Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Press coverage now from the secondary. To the air, it's Klubnik. He'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage, looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
Incompletion makes it 2nd down. Here comes a handoff. Breaking tackles. The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there. And the Tigers pick up enough yardage for a 1st down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Catch hauled in here over the middle.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Completion makes it 2nd and short. And the quarterback keeps it here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Receiver in motion now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now, this isn't working.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Gets loose now and heads downfield. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking to throw. It's Rashada. He's moving out of the pocket now. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage. Getting set. Here's second down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The Dogs are going to cash in this red zone trip. Going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Makes a quick grab. Touchdown, Georgia. This quarterback on fire today.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was... Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. The Tigers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Got it.
Second down after that previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's across the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to dial up the pressure. Let's see if they bring the house. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. We're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
To throw, it's Rashada. Tries the right with a quick throw. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Really good route here by... I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw, and that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back, looking for his big tight end. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He finds the running back in the flat. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Second down after that completion. They'll run it here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Here's that defense shifting again. Caught behind the line. It's Randall. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
On a wide receiver screen with a corner that tight, you've got to do a good job of blocking him or screening him. Nobody there, and a quick reaction by the corner allows him to make a nice play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The ball is loose. Offense keeps possession, recovers the fumble. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And the Tigers will look to convert here on 4th down. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for the wideout. He's got it, enough for a first down. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Hudson getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Catch made on the left side. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion. They'll have to hurry now, 2nd down with the clock ticking. It's press coverage now from these DBs. To the air, it's Klubnik. Makes the catch, can he get in? Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 2. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. The Tigers will line up now. It's 1st and goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Returner looking to make a play here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. And it's incomplete, even in a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Dropping back. It's Rashada. He's running out of time here. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock. Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. They call the counter run here. He has 1st down yardage at the 46. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. Looks like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick this deep to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Frazier. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Trying to find some room. It's Ncaa. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent line. Clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. We go with a direct snap. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Snags a quick throw.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
He shreds the tackle.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Looking for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He brings it back to the 18 before stepping out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense with poor field position, backed up inside their own 10. Ball handed off. That one moves the ball to the 13-yard line.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27. And the Bulldogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Direct snap to the back. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down. Dogs pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass this time. He's escaping the pocket now. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And he pulls in the catch. An explosive play, moves the ball across midfield and spotted at the 38.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Back to pass. It's Rashada. Looking for a deep completion. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
You know, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on fourth down. To throw, it's Klubnik. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Both out of bounds, but it's another big gain. This offense producing chunk plays through the air.
Chris, what a call by this offensive coordinator. Fourth down, they elect to go for it, and they get the first down. Now you can continue to work that clock.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
Good job bleeding the clock on this drive so far. They'll come up on a 2nd down. He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
And that's going to be a 1st down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
So it's 1st and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. It's QB sneak.
No, I don't blame him. Go with the quarterback sneak here to try to pick up just enough yards for the 1st down. But hey, man, give credit to that defense. They did not budge at all. They kept him short of the 1st down.
And they'll try the quarterback sneak. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half.
It's a great job with this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the 2nd half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Turner trying to create good field position. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. Caught quickly. Great defensive play, tackled quickly. Not much of a gain. The Bulldogs looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game. And
deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
On 1st down, it's play action. Throws a bullet to the right. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Look out, he's got some space. Across midfield. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. He sets up the offensive.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Use the running game to chew on this clock now. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking of football and working that clock.
Okay, ready?
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the wideout goes in motion. The shotgun running play call. Looks like Clemson will have the 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. The offense going to heavy personnel, bringing out the full house. They're going to run it here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. The offense going with the hurry up. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Tackled after the completion. Offense will now set up inside the 5.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today. Making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense.
Touchdown, Tigers! This offense cannot be stopped. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Second down after the incompletion. Back to throw. It's Rashada. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And looking to throw now on first down. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big game, but they could have used that when this football game was still in doubt. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Pulls it in. It's Evans. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here. Dogs come to the line in the hurry up. That's a design quarterback keeper. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Pass midfield. He's past the 30. Past the 10. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And And the first play of the drive now from the 25.
42 Spider.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game.
On the set.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense.
Set. Hut.
To throw, it's Rashada. The pass rush closing in. One last pass attempt falls incomplete, and that will wrap up this game. Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new